Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about sending money and getting nothing in return. And I'm going to tell you a story about a gentleman I met yesterday. And he's here in the Philippines. And he's been here before. He met this young lady. He met her here in the Philippines pre-COVID. He had a good time with her. He liked her. He wanted to start a relationship with her. And he went back home. You know, he wasn't ready to retire yet. He's got a few more years. But he knew that this was the girl for him. During the course of COVID, he was working, he had a good income, and sending $100 here, $50 here was no big deal. But he also was sending her support once a month. And he told me he was sending her 8,000 pesos once a month as her monthly support. And as we were talking, and I said, well, that's nice, you know, you got a girlfriend, you like her, you're talking, you're communicating, you're sending support. Now you're here in the Philippines, but you're sitting here alone. You don't have a girlfriend with you. He said, she doesn't want to come see me. She's busy. He said when he first got here, he got a little sick after he landed. You know, maybe something in the water, he got some bad ice, who knows. And she wouldn't come and visit him because he was sick. She said, I don't want to bother you while you're sick. Well, for God's sake, man, you come here to the Philippines. Here's a girl you're sending money to on a regular basis, and she can't find the time to come and visit you. She can't find the time to come and take care of you if you're sick. I can't imagine a good Filipina who would not come and visit their boyfriend, their husband, their long-distance relationship man who is here in the Philippines if he was sick and not come and want to take care of him. He goes, yeah, I get that. I feel like I'm getting nothing in exchange. And I said, you're not getting what? No sex. You're not getting no recognition. You're not getting no, hellos from the family. And he said he met the family, and the family was great. The family was very nice to him, very cordial to him. He had an enjoyable time. He said he bought a pig for the lechon, the cook, and he was surprised at how expensive that pig was. And he told me he paid 16,000 pesos for a big pig. That's $300. I think that's a little high. Guys, let me know in the comments section if you ever paid for that roasted pig, the lechon. Let me know what you paid. I have yet to buy it, so I don't know how much they cost, but is 16,000 pesos too much? I personally thought it was. So anyway, he's at the party. Everybody's having a good time. It was time to leave, and he was going back to his hotel. And he thought the girl would come with him. And she goes, no, I have to stay here with my family. I can't come with you to the hotel. And he gave her a hug as he was leaving, and a hug like you get out of respect, not out of affection. She put her arms around him, gave him a small hug and a kiss on the cheek, and sent him on his way. The whole bus ride back to the city, he felt like he didn't get nothing out of it. He did not think he was being used all this time. He was sending money, and in his head and in his life, he was planning on coming back to the Philippines. And this trip is the trip prior to him moving here permanently. He's like a year away from moving here permanently, and he came to visit. And he specifically came to visit her. She's the one he's been talking to. He said he was faithful. That's the only person he's talking to online. But he's only communicating with the girl once a week, video chat. So he's here, and he sort of lost it with her one day on the phone. He said, honey, I'm here in the hotel. And we've been long distance relationship for a long time, and you don't even come to the hotel to see me. You don't come and give me anything, any affection, any loving. The only thing I got from you was a quick hug and a kiss on the cheek. I would think after all these years of giving money and helping you and the family, there'd been more to it. I would have thought this would have been a great relationship when I was here. We would have traveled together. We would have had fun together. We would have shared stories together. But no, it's like you're a totally different person. Well, guys, what happens is you're giving money to a girl and you're getting nothing in exchange because she has nothing to give you. She doesn't love you. And if she doesn't love you, she's just going to use you for the money. And she's going to say whatever she has to say online to get as much money as possible from you. If the girl really loves you, you're going to know it. She's not going to be asking for money all the time. She's not going to be not talking to you video chat. Come on, guys. All of you have talked to somebody and your phone blows up all the time. You know, you're at work, you're driving home, boom, boom, you got a video chat and it's her. To go a whole week and say we have a schedule of only this Sunday morning in the Philippines, I will talk to you. It's because she has another life altogether. Another life altogether. And having a party with a family and overpaying for the food and trying to buy the affection with the money is not the way to go. So many of you guys come over here, and I've talked to many, many, many guys. One friend of ours came to DUMAGUETE, and he had a girlfriend online in Mindanao, in Dipolog. And he called for her to come visit him. Hey, I'm in DUMAGUETE, come visit me. Well, after hee-hawing back and forth, she finally got on a ferry and came up one day. And the ferry got there in the late morning. So they spent the afternoon together. The evening, she spent the night with him in the hotel. But the next morning, she got on a ferry to go back home. And he said the whole time she was just complaining. She misses her family. She misses her children. She shouldn't have left them. She didn't want to have sex with them. And as she was getting on the ferry, she turned to him and said, "Can you help me with my electric bill? My electric bill is due and they're going to turn the power off." So here's another case where they say anything they can to get money from you. But when it's time to have that intimate relationship, when it's time to get close, they can't do it because they don't love you. So you get nothing in return. So you need to man up on these long distance relationships. You need to take a deep, deep look at yourself and her and the situation. If you're sending money on a regular basis, and that's all they need, that's fine. But when these people, these women, these families start having a problem day after day after day, just look at your life. Every day does something break? Every day do you need a new tire? Every day do you need money for a new phone? Every day there's a problem. A medical bill comes up, somebody's sick. Think of your whole family. Try to put your whole family in one house. Would they have all these issues day after day after day after day? No, they wouldn't. And what it is they're just making up more issues, or they're seeing a problem that they have. Maybe they have an old motorcycle that no one's riding, and they're telling you, hey, we need to have this fixed so we can have a bike to get to work. And they're just finding reasons to ask you for more and more money. And guys, you have to stop doing it. You have to stop doing it. And when you come here, if they're not at the airport to meet you, if they're not at the hotel when you get here, if they don't want to come and spend time with you, if they haven't already made plans to be able to be with you for the 2 weeks you're here or the month you're here, forget them. Forget them. You travel 8,000 miles plus to get here and to be with them. You're thinking about them all the time. And you're only an afterthought to these women. They might have 4 or 5 guys they're dealing with. And in this young man's case, maybe Sunday was his day to talk on the phone, and another guy was Sunday night, and another guy was Saturday morning, and another guy Saturday night. You know, they have a schedule and they're making money. Sending money is such a risky proposition. Send what you can afford if you want to. You want to help somebody out, go right ahead. But getting nothing in return. You know, if a woman really likes you and she loves you, she's going to worry about all your needs and all your wants and everything around you. She's going to want to take care of. I talk to so many guys who are in great relationships here in the Philippines with their Filipina. And the chances are, and I can't say for everybody because there's a lot of guys who have met online and supported a girl and they're in a very happy relationship. But many, many more, they come here, they're with that girl for a little time, and then boom, she leaves or he finally, sees the light and stops it. This one guy, Mitch, he came to visit us in DUMAGUETE. He come and more or less to show off his beautiful girlfriend. A lot of guys when they come to meet me and Janet, they have this gorgeous girlfriend. And nothing wrong with that. God bless you. You can get a 9, a 10, go for it. And he's telling me how happy he is, what a great girl she is. He comes back to DUMAGUETE like 6 months later and he has a different girl. And I don't say nothing why the girl was there. And the girl gets up and she goes to the restroom and I say to him, that's not the same girl you were here last time with. He goes, no, that girl, she took me for a lot of money. And I didn't go into details why, but he was pretty adamant about it. But he said, this girl, this is the right girl for me. Well, he came back to DUMAGUETE a few months ago. And he's with the third girl. And I asked him, why are you with a third girl now? And he goes, that second girl took me for a lot of money. Well, let me ask you this. Is it the girls taking him for the money? Or is he just giving them a lot of money and not realizing how much he's giving away? Is he trying to show off? Is he trying to prove he's that passport bro with unlimited funds? So, I know it's two different topics, not getting any affection, but sometimes you get a lot of affection and they take as much money as they possibly can. So you have to balance the two. But on an online relationship, think about what you're getting in return. Is she really calling you a lot? I remember one girl who really liked me online, and I'd be driving to work, and she would video chat me. And she knew when I got to work. She knew what time work started, when work ended. 5 minutes after 3:30, 3:35, as I'm walking out to the parking lot, there she is, ring, ring, ring. And she's talking, and not just talking about her problems, because we love to talk about problems. She's asking me about my problems, and she's asking me about how much I make, and she's asking me what kind of job I have, and she's asking, did I have lunch? Did I have breakfast? She's asking hundreds of questions over a course of time that all have to relate with me. Is that girl you're talking to, is she that curious about your life? Does she care about your life? Does she care about your mom? Does she ask you, how's your family? How's your parents? Is your mom's alive? Your dad's alive? Is she asking you, did you go visit them? Did you talk to your mom today? Those are signs that a woman is a little bit more interested in you than a woman who says, we don't have no rice today. We have nothing to eat today. These people who have issues constantly, and trust me, the Philippines is a hard life. The people who are living in poverty in the province here in the Philippines, life is hard, but they know how to survive. They know when that electric bill is due. If they don't pay it, they turn it off. So they know how to save their money for the bills. They know how to go and, get coconuts. I hate to say this. Go out into the jungle and get some coconuts and sell those. Go find some bananas and sell those. Make charcoal out of coconut husk. They know how to make money. They don't make a lot of money, but they don't need a lot of money. So when a bill comes, they know how to take care of their problems. Once somebody meets a foreigner who is going to send them money and help them with their problems, the family is looking for the easiest way out, the path of least resistance, and that is to have the girl ask you guys for some money. It's the easiest thing. They don't go and pawn their jewelry anymore. They don't go and pawn the motorbike to go pay their bill. They don't go and work a second job, find a part-time job. Maybe somebody needs their field cleared or a tree cut down. There's always work somewhere that needs to be done. Maybe they don't sweep the street in the Brangie to make that little bit of extra money. There's different things they do to make money to pay their bills. You know, they would ask their sibling who's working overseas, or maybe they're working in Manila with a good job. No, they don't do this anymore. They come straight to you. You've made it so easy. And if that girl doesn't like you, and I don't mean not like you, but doesn't like you in the way that you're hoping for, not falling in love with you, when you finally meet her, she's going to have a little bit of face of shame. And she's going to not want to give you affection. She's going to not want to spend time with you because she knows inside what she has done. She knows she has taken advantage of you. And she's just not in love with you. You're just not a meal ticket. You were just an easy ATM machine to them. And there's so many women like that here in the Philippines. And guys, if you run into a girl like that, leave me a comment about that. Please tell me about that. That you're giving money and you're getting nothing in return. You're getting no emotional support. You're getting no, physical satisfaction out of it, whatever that means to you. If you're getting conversation from a girl online, you're getting entertainment. You know, she's helping you pass some lonely time because you're lonely and you're talking to her and time is going by and she's enjoyable for you and you enjoy the moments that you spend online together and you spend a lot of time online together and you send her some money. Think of it as you're paying her for her companionship online. She's an online escort is a great way to look at it. And she's going to, be nice to you. At least have a girl that's going to be nice to you, who is going to talk to you about you. If you're just talking about them, if you're just talking about their problems, there's something wrong. You need to get something out of the relationship. Giving money to somebody and not getting anything in return. A lot of guys come here, and this is the big one, I think. This is the biggest thing. They've been supporting this girl for years, months, whatever it is, sending money, bought the plane ticket, they're coming to the Philippines, they're going to meet this girl for the first time. They're excited. She says, I'm going to be at the airport. I'm going to be there to meet you. You don't need a SIM card. I'll have one for you. I'll have pesos. I'll help you exchange your money. I'll be there for you. And you get off the plane, and now your phone doesn't work because you don't have a SIM card. And you're going through immigration, and you're going through customs, and you're headed out the door, and you're at the cab stand, and you don't see her. So you break down, and you get a SIM card somewhere, and you try to message her. Or you go on Facebook, and you send her a message, and she doesn't reply. All of a sudden you're blocked. That happens to a lot of guys here. That girl is going to keep wanting money from you until the very last second. And when you get off that plane, she's no more in your life. Maybe that's a good thing, because she could have taken you for a lot more. Now, there's nothing wrong with being on vacation and enjoying yourself, spending money on girls, having the time of your life. Having 2, 3 girls hang around with you and enjoying everything you get to do. They take you to faraway places. They show you things you've never seen before around the Philippines. They give you a great time in the bedroom, and you're having the time of your life. And you're giving them a little bit of extra money here and extra money there. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a 2-week millionaire, they call it, or a 1-month millionaire. You're here on vacation, having the time of your life. I'm talking about that girl who is getting money from you, and you think you're in a long-distance relationship, even if you met her in the past for a short time, and she is giving you nothing in return. She's not giving you a lot of time. She's not giving you a lot of video time, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of entertainment, conversation. She's visiting with you. Because, you know, as we get older, maybe we're living alone. We go to work, we come home from work, and we're just waiting for the next day to go to work. And there's somebody we get to talk to. If she's not giving you that, that's bad. If when you hang up with someone, if you don't think, wow, that was a great conversation, wow, she's such a nice person, she really cared about me, she's worried about me, she wanted to make sure I had breakfast, I had lunch, you know, those are all good things. But if the whole conversation is me, my family, we need, we want, gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of that. And when you meet that girl in person, you're going to be able to tell right away if she really cares for you or not. You know, I get tired of hearing about these girls who tell guys, I can't have sex with you until we're married. But they're a single mom, they got a kid at home, they're in their 30s, early 40s, and they've been banging their whole life. And now here's the guy who's been taking care of them, who's been enjoying their company online, spending their money, and when it's time to get together, you know, and enjoy each other's company physically, they can't because of their religious beliefs, or they can't because morally it's not right. Well, it's morally not right to take money from somebody under false pretenses. So keep an eye for those type also. Many girls have different reasons not to get physically involved with you and emotionally involved with you. It's because they have somebody else, or they just don't really care about you. They just care about your wallet. You know, like Capital One says, what's in your wallet? That's what the girl's saying. What's in your wallet? What's in your wallet? You got any money? Honey, I don't have change. You have 20 peso? You got 100 peso? You got 1,000 peso? Be careful out there, guys. Make sure you get something in return. It's an investment when you're sending money to a girl overseas in a long distance relationship. Either you've met her or you haven't. You're investing your money, you're investing your time. Do a little research, ask some questions. And when you hang up the phone, are you saying, wow, she's great? Or are you saying, wow, what the hell was that? Really take a good look in the mirror and make that decision. It's your life. I'm not telling you to give money, not to give money. Janet's going to tell you, if you haven't met in person, don't give money. But the trouble is, guys meet girls in person and they keep giving money and keep giving and keep giving. Well, guys, long enough rattle on this subject. Be careful out there. Make sure you get something for your money. You know, get some bang for your buck.